that no. You see, despite what Mother Nature may think, it is officially fall, and when it's fall, you get to tame the mane. Now, try as she might to make it summer again, it's not summer, and it won't be for months. So knowing this, I'm looking forward to fall fashion. I'm a fall person. So I know what you're thinking, what the hell am I looking at? Well, my last video, that update, I was actually surprisingly satisfied with how that turned out, just in terms of tone and execution, the look, the pacing of everything. It was really fast and easy to make, and I'm pretty proud of the final product. Now all I've got to do is just figure out how to do something like that again, without necessarily having an update or any kind of thesis, because I'm not always going to have time to write shit out. This is just a fact of being a content creator that I have to get used to. Alright, the start to this is already not at all what I wanted it to be, though, so, that's not very assuring. I don't know, though. Maybe like all things, this just gets easier the more you do it, you know? Truthfully, I probably didn't even have to put this on. My hair didn't look terrible. Now it does. That's the problem with comedy. Sometimes you have a really solid bit, and then when you decide to finally try it out, it just doesn't work. Oh well, I'll put this on standby in case I need it. In the meantime, I've still got a bit that I know will work, no matter how many times I do it. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. That hurt. I don't know how people do that. Damn it. Yeah, so I figure this could just be something I could whip up within a matter of hours, just so something gets up here that isn't necessarily a music video or an update. Although I'm not gonna lie, the next time I do one of these, I might make sure I drink a seltzer or maybe like a cup of coffee or something. That way I don't look like a raging alcoholic every time. I'm one of those oh-so-fortunate people who is blessed with the desire to entertain and create things, while also at the same time having a crippling social anxiety and stage fright. So, I bring this up because the booze, they do make it easier. That's just, I can't argue with that. But I'm not always going to feel like having a brewski or a mixed drink or whatever. It's about 10 o'clock. I've been sitting here trying to record this thing for probably an hour. It's just been one of those days. It's a fucking Sunday. I just really, really hate Sundays. True art takes on a life of its own rather than going according to plan. This was supposed to be just a fun, light little piece of fluff to put on my channel. And it still kind of is that. There's something to be said for just pure on cynicism and how it coming out a certain way can be kind of funny to other people, because it's not happening to them, it's happening to me. I'm not a sad person right now, mind you. I am just a tired person. Okay, so this is the therapy episode. I'm not against that. I'm not against just sitting here acting like I'm drunker than I actually am. I've probably taken like 3 sips. 3 sips doesn't make a person drunk, and I'm pretty sure I was talking this way before I even opened the damn thing. Welcome to Therapy Time with Questa, where you're the therapist. It all started one day when I was watching Star Wars bonus features instead of going to parties. I saw grown-ass men using model kits to make spaceships that are now so iconic that it's impossible for anyone on this planet to look at one of them and not be like, I know what that's from. And here we are now. If anything, this will allow me to tap into one of my favorite personas, the stumbling, leaning, dark poet. I consider myself a person who cares immensely while not necessarily giving a shit. But now I'm gonna be a person who doesn't give a shit but takes doing so very, very seriously. Looks like I'm gonna need you after all, just to complete the illusion. Get these bangs nice and douchey. Now I want everyone watching at home to imagine for a second that we are not in my basement, that we are in fact on a college campus somewhere in the 1970s. Smoke clouds pluming against the ceiling as beatniks all around the room just constantly exhale tobacco, as well as whatever else happens to be there, you know what I'm saying. The man of the hour goes up to the open mic and says,
Thank you for having me. I would like to perform a piece that I made while I was studying abroad. Her name was Valerie. She's dead. I hope you dig it. Thank you. That's all I got. I didn't get very far into the song. This was a mistake.
I don't think this channel could ever be like a music channel or even like a guitar channel or anything remotely dedicated to one thing or the other. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, master of absolutely fuck all. That said, music has been a pretty big part of my life, regardless of how much I might put my own abilities down. I played clarinet for a very long time. I think I brought that up in one of my own vlogs on my older channel. Then in my last year of high school, I took a single guitar class, and ever since then, anything that I have picked up has been mostly self-taught, which is a mixed bag. You find yourself discovering these really, really neat things, and when it happens, you're like, holy shit, I bet they wouldn't have taught you that in school. I bet no one's doing shit like this. And you go online, a basic Google or YouTube search shows that people are not only doing it in droves by the thousands, but most of them are doing it better than you. Sad shit is funny. That's the only reason I'm saying it like that. Like, it's whatever. I don't take it too seriously. It's a side thing. And though I put myself down, I have been messing around with this thing, as well as an amp. I should probably just plug that shit in while I'm thinking about it. Nah. This shit ain't gonna pick that up. Someday, though. Someday. Pick that up, though, just fine, I imagine. Look, the whole point I'm getting at is, while I'm not the best musician, per se, all the years I've dedicated to learning how to, like, edit videos and do, like, really basic 101 art in a way that's, like, at least striking, even if it's not very complex. It's gotten me to the point where I'm not saying I am, but if I were to make an album of some kind, even if it weren't, like, I don't know, The Wall, or Quadrophenia, or I can't name albums off the top of my head right now that aren't dad rock. I listen to them. They just don't stick, alright? Random access memories. Bam. I'm not Daft Punk either. This video is a fucking disaster. You know what? I don't care if this vlog isn't perfect. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be an expression of how I happen to be at that particular moment in time. That's not true at all. If that were true, this would be the suckiest series of vlogs ever. But this one's gonna be whatever it is, and whatever it is awkward and not really going anywhere, and doesn't really have a definite conclusion of any kind. Look, a distraction. The only thing that could complete this picture of a hipster would be a ukulele, and I sadly do not have one of those yet. But I do have the next best thing, which is a makeshift electric ukulele. An really. Wow, that poor excuse for a joke physically hurt me. Got him. I'm really sorry for this. This has been an experiment. Like experimental music? Which, like music, some people might like it, some people might not. But hey, it me. With a capital I and a capital M. Fuck it, capitalize all the letters. I'm in a very bold state of mind right now. Hard and unbreakable. Like a rock. Right? Can't see my eyebrows. That's better. Kind of blacked out. so whatever happened just now happened, and I'm sure it'll make it into the final cut. If I can yank any point out of this video, it's that I like music, and I occasionally indulge myself in the likes of this, which I'll give you a better example of, hopefully with a better audio setup than this. In fact, I would be shooting this on my Rebel, like I would most other vlogs, except maybe that last update video. But it was taken from me by a figure in a mask who got into a wrestling ring. I'm not even joking. Now I'll have it back soon. Whether or not I shoot the majority of these on that thing, we'll see. We'll see how the feedback is on this. Whatever it is. Like I said, I was really slow to record this one because my mojo was like on and off all day. Like I was stoked to record this today, and then I wasn't, then I was again, and then like minutes before I was about to actually start recording, I'm like, I'm not so sure about this. Which brings me to where we are right now. Not sure at all. If I'm in the right state of mind, which I kind of am right now, it can be really funny putting out something this scattershot and scatterbrained. I wonder if those two mean the same thing. I'm not a thesaurus, but look at me though, right? You could put me on a cover. I'll leave y'all off on a little ditty that I whipped up back when I was a wee tyke, all the way back in 2 years ago. Shit. Let's pull the plug on this video by playing a song which happens to be unplugged. Sorry. This is going to be a weird one to edit, most likely. Yeah, so like I said, I'm probably going to go out of my way to make sure none of these videos end up like this ever again, but hey, it was fun for what it was, right? God, I hope so. God, I fucking hope so. As I said before, seltzer, coffee, hell, maybe even soda. Something that totally won't fuck up my shtees when I'm shooting them as late as 10 o'clock, which is the time it was when I started this. And, I'm going to leave annotations for guitar pieces that I put in a playlist, very low-key, easy listening pieces in a nice little playlist for you. And then there's also the main theme for my short film Kickback, which I mentioned in the last video, which I uploaded the theme song for, right? Yeah, I like music. This is a topic that I plan to revisit, so that the only impression that you have on my views and my desire to make music aren't this one. Hopefully next week is something different. It should be. It will be. This was fun. So, yeah. These vids, follow me on Twitter if you'd like. I will more than likely respond to it in some shape or form. And then, as always, subscribe if this did anything for you. God bless. Have a good one. And thank you for watching. If you got this far into it, in which case, you're a saint, and I love you as much as someone can who doesn't know who you are. I feel like that's a really important caveat to put at the end of a sentence like that. New portion of the recording. Clap, clap. Here we go, motherfucker. We're gonna finish this jaunt. It's not gonna be too long. It's not gonna take very long to edit, I imagine. It's just gonna be a couple of visual gags, a couple of color changes. You're gonna put that shit online. People gonna watch it. It's gonna be fly. I say it's going to be fly a little more often than I probably should.